G'day, how's it going? It is your mate Fairy coming at you with a Shadowverse 101 budget deck guide. Here today, focusing on Aggro Forest. So Aggro Forest has remained mostly the same since last expansion. It has lost a few cards, but they're easily replaced. So Beetle Warrior is one of the main ones. I've chosen to add in Devil Flower because it's a minion, it works nicely with your combos, and it's a 2-drop, and you can never have too many 2-drops in Aggro Forest. So I've used that instead of Seraphic Blade, but of course if you have Seraphic Blade already, that could work as well. But I'm playing Aggro Forest, like I said, very simple. You want to go wide, control the board early on, and then go for those aggressive turns on turns 4, 5, and 6 to really press your advantage. We are up against Runecraft, so probably not the best matchup for Runecraft, but it does allow me to show what this deck does best. So we're going to get rid of these 4-drops, and hope for the low curve, always mulligan for a lower curve. And thankfully got a Water Fairy, so I'm pretty sure there are 6 1-cost minions in this deck. 3 Water Fairies and 3 Goblins. And so pretty simple for us, we just start off with the Water Fairy. We also get the second Rain, which is nice, like I said, can never have too many 2-drops. Speaking of 2-drops, we get Elf Song, a great win condition for us. If you've gone wide on turns 3 and 4, sometimes that can be enough to just win the game outright if you have a wide board. But of course, I opted to play the Falconer here because I knew they had the Ward minion in hand and the rain doesn't really help us. And because we also have Brambles in hand, I figured that would be a pretty favourable trade for us. And there it goes, the Ward. So we could have used the Insect Lord, but I figured the Brambles was better because we do have the Rain to develop next turn as well. So a Rain plus Brambles is a really useful combo because she can give a minion immunity to damage as well as the +1. So with Brambles on board, it's like a +3. They play 2 Witches of Foresight here, which is pretty okay for us. I mean, the Brambles counters those pretty easily, but because we have the Elf Song in hand, this is even better for us. And since I knew we just drew the Fairy Driver, I figured developing that as well as a potential alternate win condition can help, as well as potentially setting up even more fairies for the rain. So we just go face here, pretty simple stuff. And again, the Brambles will counter these Witches as well. So this is a pretty terrifying board to deal with. And thankfully, no Nova Flare. So Rooney comes down, it will deal with 1 minion. These Witches will deal with a second one, but we still have a big 4/4 there on the board. Because I feel like they traded into the wrong one there. But a good opportunity for us, like I said, to show you what this deck does best. As we throw down the Skystride Raptor for even more storm damage, the Insect Lord is perfect here to get rid of the minion, and it really is just a matter of going all face and seeing what they can do. As we leave them at 4 health, and I'm pretty sure this is where they just concede. So what I'm going to do here now is use this as an opportunity to once again explain how the deck works. Devil Flower really is the only new card in this deck. Insect Lord are the only legendaries. But if you wanted to add another legendary, Legendary Fighter could be a lot of fun. A bit of spice from Brigade of the Sky, because you have Brambles, you have Airbound Barrage, you have Elf Song. So he could be pretty fun if you wanted to throw that in. But otherwise, like I said, a very similar deck to what it was last expansion. Devil Flower works better with combos, and like I said, she destroys an enemy amulet. So on turn 4, if your opponent plays Tenko Shrine, your 4 play points can be spent on, Fairy, Devil Flower, get rid of the Tenko Shrine, and you have a pretty strong board once again. And who knows, maybe you have enough play points left to play Elf Song or another Rain perhaps, anything like that. You could also try Green Glen Axeman if you want a bit more of a mid-rangey alternate win condition, but I think this straight up aggro will be pretty effective on the Master Ladder. So with that said, this has been Aggro Forest for the Shadowverse 101 budget deck guide. I think this one comes to about 20,000 vials, which is pretty good. But if you are interested in seeing the deck list, it is in the information below, along with my Twitter page, which has all of the decks I've looked at so far, and my information on Twitch. So if you're liking this video and the Shadowverse 101 content I post, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been your mate Failbait. Until next time, keep shooting those fairies. See you later.